I would just say, just get as much of the whackness out of your system as possible. Just make music. And if it sucks, great. Learn from it. Listen to what's going on and, use that as a gauge. But then at the same time, you want to be original. Like focus on being original and not imitating and copying. But, listening to things that inspire you and creating your new version of that, without, just completely biting or copying it. And I think it's important to push originality and, original chord progressions and simplicity and making sure, the music is just not overdone and that there's room for a song. You want to make sure there's room for an actual song. That would be my advice.
I think too, and to add to that wonderful advice, and it's really important to listen to yourself, because I think
Absolutely.
What happens is people start editing themselves. I talk about this all the time. They edit because it doesn't sound like, or I don't think this is good enough, or blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But their instinct is saying, you know what? I think I shouldn't do it this way. I think I should put this type of drum on here. I think I should do this, but it's not what's happening right now, but I'm just gonna do it because my instinct tells me. I'm gonna listen to myself.
So
Absolutely.
Always Dreaming asks, when you work with an artist, do you typically let them lead the session or do you take the lead?
Oh, good question.
You know what? When I work with an artist, it depends on what the artist is desiring. Some artists, they do want to lead, and I'm there to just go with the flow. And the artist has to sing the song ultimately. So whatever it is they want to talk about, I like to start off with, having conversations and just see where they are. Are they in a relationship? All of those intimate questions, the vulnerable questions. And then from there, if the artist wants to take the lead as far as, moving forward with a concept that I might have, or they might have an idea or a concept. They might have idea of chords that they're like, hey, I want to take these chords and flip them and write a new song. So it just kind of depends on, once again, it depends on the scenario and it depends on what the artist is asking for. I usually tend to ask, hey, do you want to participate in, do you participate in the songwriting part? Do you participate in the conceptual part? I like to know and ask those questions without being invasive. I like to ask the questions. That way I could read the artist and see whether I should let them lead or if I should just lead. So it all depends on the scenario and the artist.
The Happy Family asks, how is it different releasing songs as yourself versus for other people, and do you prefer one or the other?
I'm a songwriter, so I enjoy artists singing my records. I enjoy living vicariously through artists. I also enjoy putting out music for fun with myself, and I just like putting out songs and doing, getting out of my comfort zone. So I love for artists to sing my records, and it's cool for me every now and then to sing a song and put out a record just for fun, just to get out of my system.